And this is like the winning formula, in my opinion, where you have a combo, a husband-wife combo, kind of a safety net for that first year where you ramp up and kind of say, okay, we have enough income to live off. We can kind of break away. And then complementary skill sets. So to me, it's like the perfect combo. And, I think a lot of new inspectors watch these interviews and listen. And I think that can't be understated, for one. And then two, I love that you both have non-home inspection backgrounds. That's probably why you're succeeding, is because I'm a big believer that we have a herd industry, herd mentality, where they all just copy each other, and they copy non-successful single operators that are just kind of eroding their business over the years because they're comfortable. So I love that you guys have these like non-traditional backgrounds.
Well, that didn't come easy for me. I kind of had that mentality of, well, I'm starting this, I'm going to emulate other people around me.
It's hard.
There's a few inspectors in Oklahoma that are really close to us that, we have kind of crutched on a little bit over the years and for growth. And, I kind of kept that mentality. And Brittany's like, why are we not doing it this way? And I'm like, I don't know, that's just how it's done. She's like, I don't like it. Let's do it different. But she comes in from a business mindset that's unlike kind of what I've had. And so it took me a while to just shut my mouth and let her take control of those things. So
yeah, I'm much more ambitious than Lance is.
Yeah.
One of the big things that, we sort of like butted heads about for a while was he wanted to do commercial inspections, and I was all about doing commercial inspections, but I was not all about doing commercial inspections under the umbrella of Forever Home. Like, there's no way it can succeed under that umbrella. Those are two, it's inspections, but they're two different industries. And so it took me about a year to convince him. That was probably our biggest battle. Had to do a totally different company.
Yeah, well, because there was some companies who were really large home inspection companies who naturally gravitated into commercial, but they split up into divisions, but under one company. But she was like, we gotta separate out. It's two different thoughts. It's two different lanes and
two different marketing plans.
Yeah,
like everything is different. It doesn't make sense for it to be under the same umbrella.
Yeah.
And that's kind of that mentality, right? Of coming from like a different background, business or marketing, where you just see things in a different way. Whereas the status quo, I think, just happens a lot of times. I want to get back to some of these like husband-wife, battles and partner battles in a second. But I want to talk about when you guys first got into the business, because I think there's a lot of people, especially now, right, that are thinking about getting into home inspections and don't maybe have that background. They got laid off, corporate America. What was that kind of imposter syndrome like, if it existed, in terms of the technical side, like all the things you didn't feel like you had naturally?
What do you mean? Can you say your question in a different way?
Yeah, like the home inspection side of it, since you guys you weren't plumbers or electricians.
Right.
How did that ramp up period go in that first year of learning all of the technical side and feeling like a home inspector?
Well, I think the thing for us,
I think education.
Well, I come from a background of education, and she comes from that background of, Brittany is the personality where if she can get her hands on something that is all about growth and learning, she's going to consume it, and she does frequently. And coming from a background of education for me and understanding the importance of education, I think that was our kind of winning factor for the first year or two, was how much can I know? How much can I train? And I started forging relationships with industry professionals who are plumbers and roofers and electricians, and going alongside them, learning from them, understanding. Because what I think the disconnect is you have this generalist who's a home inspector, and they do their inspection, but then it stops there, and then another licensed person comes on after the fact and, kind of cleans up after it. But I was like, well, I want to see it from their point of view. Because again, I am a generalist, but if what's the, oh goodness, the old saying, it's like the generalist doctor, you come in and you have an issue, they find out what the issue is, then they point you in the specialist direction. But they can't point you in that direction if they don't know what the specialist does. And I think for me, it was learning it from as many people as possible. And that's, lenders, other real estate agents, as much as we can. So I think that was kind of our big thing.
Just soaking up knowledge from everyone. Did you guys shadow any inspectors, or was it like, hey, we'll do the InterNACHI route, kind of learn the technical stuff and get with tradespeople? Yeah.
We really didn't shadow. Like I said, we had a few people that we kind of leaned on a little bit to
I
get
will
started.
say, so at the beginning, we were trying to figure out, do we want to go to work for someone else? Do we want to start our own company? And we didn't really feel great about, we tried to put ourselves in the shoes of the inspector that would be hiring us and say, okay, you know, would we want someone to join our organization just to learn from us and turn around and become our competition? That didn't seem like the way that we really wanted to, the foothold that we wanted to start off on. And so we spent a lot of time, in the beginning it was slower, right? We wanted to make sure it was always quality over quantity.
Yes.
And so we, you know, made sure that we, you know, really talked, like we have a family member that's an electrician. And so we would, you know, pick his brain about a lot of things. And we just really tried to build our knowledge base before we went out there and tried to like fake it till you make it.
Yeah,
we really didn't want to fake anything when someone has such a huge investment, you know, like a real estate property that's on the line. That didn't feel like good to our hearts, so we didn't want to do that.
And that's not to say there wasn't hiccups along the way. I mean, it's a learning curve for sure.
Yeah.
We missed things.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those where, you know,
Yeah.
you grow and you learn and you hurt and you keep growing, and I think that's kind of put us in the position. So
Yeah.
Hi everyone, this is Louis from Spectora. I'm going to put 3 links down in the description below. The first link is for you if you like Spectora, but maybe you just have a couple questions. You can schedule a 15-minute discovery call with someone from our client success team to make sure that Spectora is a great fit for you. It is, by the way. If you're ready to dive in and start using the app, the second link is for our free trial. With the average cost of a home inspection, that's a couple $1,000s that you'll pocket before you pay us a dime. And the third link is for our Spectora Jumpstart program. If you're a brand new home inspector, you probably need a website, or maybe you have a website that you just kind of threw up real quick and you're not super thrilled with it. In the Jumpstart program, we'll make you a great website based on feedback from you to make sure that it reflects your business, your market, and you. We'll optimize it for search engines, and we'll put an online scheduler on your website too, so you can spend less time on the phone and more time out in the field working. We'll also bundle it with a full year of the Spectora app, and we'll do it at a great price too. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope you check out other videos on this channel, and take care.